Felcha and welcome. My name is Dawn Beaton. Thank you for joining us here at the Centre for Cape Breton Studies at Cape Breton University. We are pleased to have two guests with us today, Rachel Davis and Buddy MacDonald. Rachel, born and raised in Baddeck, Nova Scotia, began playing under the guidance of her grandfather at the age of 12 and is now considered one of the best young Cape Breton-style fiddlers. She has toured extensively through Canada, the US, as well as Scotland and Australia. Buddy, a singer, songwriter, and guitarist from Cape Breton's North Shore, has been entertaining audiences all over the world for more than 30 years, both as a solo artist and performing with some of the finest Celtic musicians, including Natalie McMaster, Ashley McIsaac, John Allen Cameron, and Howie MacDonald. So stay tuned for some great tunes, conversation, and more as we celebrate Cape Breton Island's living Celtic culture. And welcome. My name is Dawn Beaton, and thanks for joining us today. We're here with the wonderful and hilarious duo, Rachel Davis and Buddy MacDonald. Hello, folks. How are you?
Just great. How are you?
Great, Dawn. Nice to be here.
Good. Thanks so much for coming. It's you are busy, so we're happy to catch a few minutes of your time this lovely day in Cape Breton. So what, you've been busy. You've just gotten back from a big trip, Rachel?
Yeah, we were just saying this morning how fast this month is going by and how fast the summer's vanishing. Yeah, I've been really busy, both traveling a little bit internationally and lots going on in Cape Breton this summer too, which is really nice. Always nice to be able to be busy and be home.
That's a nice
Buddy knows all about that.
That's my plan, and it's been working the last 5 or 6 years. I play a lot of the resorts and tourism things, tourism-based stuff around Cape Breton, and it keeps me home, pretty well home, Nova Scotia.
Yes, well, Cape Breton especially.
Exactly.
You're heading up to up the mountain. You're heading to the Celtic.
I'm heading to the Celtic Lodge today for another 4-day run. I do that on a regular basis and have been doing it for eons.
And you get to meet lots of interesting people that way.
Great people. Yeah. Great people there. I mean, all the staff and management, but all the people, such a transient audience, you know.
Yeah.
Different audience every night. They're from all over the world. It's great. I love it.
And yourself, you're the normal way, same kind of scenario too. You get to see lots of different people.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Really just doing so many of, like I taught at the Gaelic College last week and doing the Céilís and Baddeck that we do and playing it the normal way and playing it in Ganesh. Like, you wonder how all these people from all these countries happen to find us.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But they keep coming.
Yes.
Thank God.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious to know how this musical pairing began. Take me back to the beginning.
So am I, Don.
Eons ago.
Eons ago. How many years?
Oh, gosh. We were talking about this before. It's almost 10. I think it may be 8 or 9 years.
Is it really?
Yeah, because I think...
Wow.
I had been playing probably maybe 4 years or so. I think I was about 16-ish. And there was these jam sessions going on at the yacht club in Baddeck that a lot of good friends of mine were playing at. And Buddy happened to make a few appearances there. And I remember the night that I met him, the first time we had played together, my mom and dad drugged me out. I had just played a gig somewhere and it was the last thing I wanted to do. And I wanted to go home and go to bed. And anyway, they drugged me up there and they said, no, well, Buddy's going to be there. And, you know, he's great to play with fiddlers.
What's a buddy?
And anyway, we got up and played and, you know, sort of clicked right away. And then I was raring to go all night after that. And
you certainly were.
Yeah. I remember how much fun we had and, you know, it just kind of grew from there and started doing more Céilís locally around together. And now here we are.
Here we are, Dawn Beaton.
But it's been great because it's such a nice compliment, I think, that you each bring to what you do on stage and in various capacities.
It was a whole new... I mean, I've been doing this a long time in different configurations and had played with all kinds of fiddlers, but mostly doing solo work. And all of a sudden it was a whole new, like when Rachel came on the scene, she was great for playing backup, and she was okay to play with. She was fun. Little bit of fun. We have a little bit of fun here and there.
Well, that's true. And much like we're seeing here, it's very much that way on stage, you guys.
Well, it is.
We're very low stress people.
Low stress people. But it is it is really great. It is like a whole new gig for me. Mm-hmm. You know, all of a sudden it is fresh and there was new stuff happening, and it is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remains great.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say how much I learned just from playing with Buddy about the industry and about every aspect of it, really, because I was, you know, brand new. I was still in high school, I guess, and really didn't know anything about, you know, playing out or anything like that. So learned lots and learned how to, you know, keep lightheartedness in hard situations and, you know, enjoy the good ones when they come. So
that's great.
Whoever thought I'd be a teacher.
Look at that, you're a mentor. Just the school of Buddy here.
School of Buddy.
Red Shoe
I feel
School
very,
of Music.
very important today, sitting in a university, and I'm a mentor.
There you go. Where's your cap and gown?
I have one. I should have worn it.
We're talking about all the various outfits that Buddy uses, including your famous red shoes.
I have famous shoes.
I know.
Maybe we should talk about the shoes. What's the story there?
Well, you know, I don't think that there is a story. I think that I just sort of started wearing them at one point, and then it was very early in Celtic Colour days, because I've been doing the festival club since time began, going into 18 years. And I remember wearing them at a show, and somebody said, "Oh, they look pretty cool. You should be wearing them." And I wore them like every night.
My goodness.
Not the same ones, but
And how many pairs do you have?
now,
Yeah.
because I got 2 new pair yesterday.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rachel. I have a few pair.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have all different coloured pairs, but
And they're all
let's not go into the
They're all
Converse
neatly
thing.
organized.
Oh, they are.
classy.
They're all, yeah. Just look in the back of my car.
Yeah, it's always good to have a spare pair.
Got to have the spare pair. But anyway, that's the story on them, and it's sort of, people actually like give me shoes now, give me sneakers, because they think, I don't know.
It's
they
part of
think
the
they should.
brand.
Part of the, yeah.
You know you've hit the big time. When?
Someday, Rachel, when you get there, like I am, the people will be giving you shoes as well.
Until then, I'm going to be wearing dresses to match you.
Exactly.
Guys are so on the same
Oh, you have no idea.
Speaking of which, you mentioned there, Festival Club. You were there right from the get-go, hosting Festival Club day one.
Right from day one, and have done every night,
That's
I
incredible.
believe. Yeah.
And that's over 2,000? How many, didn't you hit a milestone a couple of years ago? How many?
No, it was, 17 years. 17 years done
Yeah.
Oh, it
by
was
9, so 153.
because they gave you your
100.
100 Festival Club
Max gave me-
jersey.
Yeah, that is
Yes,
years ago.
the,
So this year we'll be going into like, the first night will be 154 nights, I think.
Really?
155, yeah.
right. Wow.
And it's been a blast.
Yeah. You've seen lots, eh?
I've seen lots, heard lots. Seen lots, yes.
I mean,
It's been great.
What was Festival Club, or even the festival, like in those first few years? Like, has it changed much in terms of its vibe? And
The first couple of years, it's like everything that's new, you know, you're sort of experimenting and panic mode, you know, trying to figure out what's going to work. But there was a good vibe right from the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah, there was always a very, like a good vibe between the musicians and the audience, and what the audience were expecting. They sort of knew that they were in for something a little special, you know.
Yeah.
They were seeing artists joining up with other artists from around the world, and that vibe has continued, you know. I suppose there's differences, but you sort of go with the flow, and I don't notice huge differences, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're done well to keep the schedule that the Festival Club demands. That late night.
Well,
rigor.
it's a workout.
Yeah. Do you start preparing in September, or is the summer your kind of training grounds for October?
Oh yeah, I mellow out now until the fall.
Keep the vitamin C to you.
Vitamin C starts September, like ODing on vitamin C.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we've been talking about some tunes and songs. I'd love to have a performance from you both. So let's hear some good stuff here.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Thanks.
You'll pick me up. Long hard months since I left my door. Miles of highway on a driving tour. Keeping it real, keeping it pure. Doing the best I can. Doing the best I can. Sunny morning and farmers' fields. Satellite radio and truckers' meals. Then the vinyl cafe seals the deal. Carries me down this road. It carries me down this road. So let it snow, stir the plane. Let it blow, stir the plane. Let it rain, stir the plane's gonna carry me through this storm. Let it snow, stir the plane. Let it blow, stir the plane. Let it rain, stir the plane's gonna carry me through this storm. He's gonna carry me through this storm. Makes me grin when I touch that dial. And Dave and Morley make me smile. Then Ron Hines sings No Change in Me. Carries me down this road, and it carries me down this road. So let it snow, stir the plane. Let it blow, stir the plane. Let it rain, stir the plane's gonna carry me through this storm. Let it snow, stir the plane. Let it blow, stir the plane. Let it rain, stir the plane's gonna carry me through this storm. He's gonna carry me through this storm. Long hard months since I left my door. Miles of highway on a driving tour. We're keeping it real, keeping it pure. Doing the best I can. Doing the best I can. So let it snow, stir the plane. Let it blow, stir the plane. Let it rain, stir the plane's gonna carry me through this storm. Let it snow, stir the plane. Let it blow, stir the plane. Let it rain, stir the plane's gonna carry me through this storm. He's gonna carry me through this storm. Gonna carry me through this storm.
To learn more about Buddy, visit buddymacdonald.ca and check out Rachel's schedule at rachel-davis.ca. We'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors who have been so gracious to assist us in the production of this podcast. Imagine studying music on a beautiful island known for its deep roots in music and culture. Cape Breton University offers a music program like no other in Canada. With an emphasis on traditional and popular music, CBU's music major provides an exciting alternative to conservatory-style classical or jazz music programs. Their course offerings are unique. The music theory courses are aimed at the needs of contemporary musicians and help you understand the music you play. In the applied music courses, you get to study with teachers who have worked with names like the Bear McNeils, Ashley McIsaac, and Natalie McMaster. Through work placements, you will gain experience in the music field tailored to your interests, whether it's studio experience, promotion, tourism, or artist management. Through the optional business minor, you can add smart, real-world management skills to the creative talent you develop. The ethnomusicology focus lets you explore local traditions, popular song, as well as music and dance from cultures all over the world. Their issues-based courses will immerse you in the debates that shape music today.
Cape Breton Island has magical effects. Your ears will delight. Your legs will walk through time. Your eyes will fill with wonder. Your arms will embrace. Your heart will never leave.
Oh, that was great. Thanks so much for that lovely performance. Tell me about the song you just sang.
That's a pretty new song. And I'm a big fan of Stuart McLean and the Vinyl Cafe, CBC. And it has sort of significance to me because I used to travel a lot with some friends, doing some touring. And that was always part of the day, always part of the Sunday when we were
To listen.
Yeah. And it, I just wrote it because I really liked the show and I liked the memories it brings,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lovely song. Well done again.
Thanks.
And yourself, lovely group of tunes.
Oh, thanks. It's just little trad blast. The very first one is I love playing the Balkan Hills because it's probably my grandfather's favorite tune in the whole world, I think. It's one of his favorite tunes in the whole world, so I always end up playing. He always asks for that, so it's grown on me a lot.
That's nice.
Yes.
A little shout out to Grandpa.
To Grampy.
Speaking of which, you had him on your first recording.
Yes.
How was that?
It was so fun. It was probably one of the highlights of doing the album, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, Buddy was there too. And I think he was 85, I think, at the time. And wasn't really playing too much, but we had really practiced up that set of tunes a lot. And he had never been in a studio before. And we just kind of did it live off the floor. And it was a blast. He was a pro. He did it in 2 takes, took
Yeah.
yeah, because we were wondering if he was going to be nervous, but he was just driving her. And my grandmother actually came in as well and sang on the Gaelic song that I did, so it was a real family affair.
That is a very cool day.
Yeah, it was a great day.
And it's lovely to record there too at a great studio.
I know, like Wind is just the best. Fred and Sheppy are just the bomb.
And we should say that album was part of the Driver's Big Sampy,
Yeah.
Big Sampy Sampson Award.
Yes, the year after the Beaton Sisters.
year after.
There you go. Yeah, no, they are the
really?
best. Yeah, it
Wow.
was. And my dad became a driver after that, and they're just... I was watching in other interviews everybody talking about the drivers, and they really are the best because, not only are they nice enough to put all of their efforts back into the traditional music scene, but they're so genuinely interested in your project, and they always make sure to come to the studio and see how things are going, and it's
And come to the live shows.
and come
as
to
well.
the live shows, and they still
So
come.
loyal.
Yeah, they are, and they still
Oh
come
yeah,
now.
they're a pretty special breed
Yeah.
of people.
Well, they're the parents. We're the kids, and they're coming.
We're their
through.
children, exactly.
Margie and I are the twins. We all have identities within.
Identities.
Yeah. No, you can't say enough good things about them.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I wanted to touch too on Gaelic and you just highlighted that a bit too. Yourself coming from a very Gaelic heavy family. Did you grow up speaking or learning Gaelic yourself?
Not at all. I could understand Gaelic, and I can still understand not a whole conversation, but I know what people are getting at.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, I used to sing all the choruses in Gaelic.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sing at Christmas concerts, sing the carols in Gaelic.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
Cute little buddy.
Cute little buddy. Little glasses singing Gaelic jingle bells.
I haven't heard Gaelic jingle bells.
Well, I can't repeat it for you now because I don't remember it. But it was. Gaelic was spoken. My mom was fluent in Gaelic also, but they didn't speak it in the house between each other. Not often.
Really?
But everybody that came to visit, they only spoke in Gaelic. Mm-hmm. My dad would only speak on the telephone in Gaelic.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. But anyway, that being said, my dad was a great singer as well.
Oh my God.
And so that was probably the big influence on me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so, he was singing all the time, like constantly.
Really?
When he didn't sing, he was humming. When he wasn't humming, he was whistling. Like all the time.
Yeah. So it's just natural for you to walk into that.
Oh yeah, and I remember as a kid just doing the same thing, thinking, "Oh, that's cool." I'll go around whistling and humming. So yeah, it was a huge influence, but I just didn't. I didn't carry on the Gaelic language.
Mm-hmm. So he was part of the North Shore Gaelic singers.
Yeah, there was 7 or 8 of them,
And
sometimes 9.
Traveled quite extensively.
Travel a lot. They did Scotland and the U.S. and they used to do.
Big folk festivals.
Yeah, they did Newport Folk Festival in 1965. The year Dylan went electric.
That's quite...
It's kind of cool.
And you still have the program.
I still have the program, the whole
Seriously?
booklet for it, yeah.
Wow.
That is like gold.
My father was singing Amazing Grace with Joan Baez.
Seriously?
Joan Baez.
And he came home and he said, I was looking at the program and I was more thrilled. It was big stuff,
Yes.
But they didn't know. They didn't care,
Yeah.
Lightfoot was there and Dylan and Baez and all this. And I said, oh, man. I said, did you sing with... I was looking at Joan Baez picture. He said, yeah, we did a late night Amazing Grace. He said, with that Joan Baez.
I love that story.
Joan Baez.
And that's just so Cape Breton.
It's so typical. It's so
not, unassuming,
Yeah.
kind of
It was just
like everyone else
It was
walking.
what they were doing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It was pretty neat. It's pretty neat to have those stories and pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way music and language can travel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And continues to do so.
And continues to do
Yeah.
so. Speaking of which, Rachel, you're doing lots of great stuff. Besides fiddle and dance and all that you do, you are singing Gaelic and you've recorded a couple times various songs, English and Gaelic, and you perform publicly doing that too.
Yeah, that's a bit of a work in progress. Still a little bit scary to sing in public, but no, I've always loved Gaelic songs. My grandmother grew up with Gaelic. She grew up in Ottawa Brook and just always, she still speaks it a little bit, but like Buddy, she can understand a lot of it and always loved the songs. She would always have them on in the house and stuff. And as soon as I started taking classes at the Gaelic College, I always really wanted to get into the Gaelic singing because I just thought they were so beautiful and still a big fan. I learn as often as I can. Angus MacLeod has welcomed me into his house a lot of times and crashed in to learn some songs with him, and with Hector McNeil I learned a lot from him taking Gaelic here at CBU. Great. And still on to teaching Buddy some choruses here and there, and he knows most of them already, but...
You have a great thing for Gaelic, though. You have a pretty natural...
I just really...
There's all kinds of people who sing Gaelic that don't have Gaelic, that don't speak it or something, and you can tell sometimes. You have like a very natural...
Oh, thank you.
I think it's your accent. That's your bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Yes, exactly.
Like I don't know
accent.
I don't know anything about these accents and bros.
Neither do I.
No.
But no, I mean, I'm not fluent or anything, but that is my goal one of these days. Is I really want to get back into it. Just with traveling around and stuff, it's really easy to forget it. But I really want to get back into it because it's I'm all for keeping it thriving and all that.
It's easy to get lazy.
Exactly, and at least if I
Well,
can keep
you're-
the singing up.
I wouldn't say lazy. You're both so busy. I think you're both so committed to
Well,
it. And
you're on the go. Yeah.
demanding schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you need to make time for it.
Yeah. So, and you just mentioned you've been here. You've studied here at Cape Breton University. And what was your degree in?
My degree was in Celtic Studies and took fiddle classes right in this room with Stan Chapman and Kyle McNeil my first year. And again, can't say enough good things about the university either. And had wonderful classes with Hector McNeil and Heather Sparling and Chris MacDonald. So many wonderful professors here and such wonderful facilities. And again, can't say enough good things about it. It's a really wonderful resource that we have here.
That's true words, never spoken.
Yeah.
I think it's a great asset to have that focus on what we do here. It can happen organically, but to kind of make sure that we're passing it on to the next generation and study it on a level that far supersedes what we come by
right.
naturally, I think is really important. So
Yeah.
fantastic that you took it upon yourself to study that.
Oh yeah, well I'm very glad to be able to sport my CBU ring, Caper Pride.
Paper pride.
But it was definitely a wonderful time here.
Maybe you and I should go back to university.
Well, to go back.
Well, we're here,
Or
but
teach.
Yeah, we could just stay.
well, you could go back and I'd go.
Like you mentioned, Rhodes Scholar.
Rhodes Scholar, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you've got a lot you could teach to the masses, buddy. You've had your mentee, now you could
Well, yeah, there you go.
yeah.
See?
Online courses with Buddy MacDonald.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a webpage near you.
Redsneaker.com.
Oh, better snap that up before that goes.
I know.
Well, it's been a joy talking to you both. Thank you so much. And I should ask too, what's the next big gig? What's the next place to catch Rachel and Buddy?
Oh gosh.
Definitely during
Together.
Celtic Colours.
Definitely
Yes.
during Celtic Colours.
Yeah. And we have a few smaller gigs going on here during the summer. A few Bedeck Gathering Cayley. If
Yeah.
anybody is around there, we're doing a few of those.
They're fun.
Perfect.
They're great fun.
Yeah.
And if
And
anybody
Rachel
ever
is-
stops into Buddy's living room, we'll be there.
We'll
probably.
be there.
Good.
If not playing, eating.
I always look by when I drive by your house. Will I see Buddy today or not?
But no, we
True.
have a lot of our own stuff on the go
Yeah.
too. Buddy does the pile of playing around the resorts and the pubs and everything through the summer.
And I go back right after Celtic Colours to Perthshire Amber, Dougie MacLean's festival. I've been
Did you?
doing that
It's your fourth year?
4th year, I think, yeah. And I love it. It's ball. And
that's
Rachel
awesome.
is on the go.
Yeah, we'll be heading. Coig has been pretty busy lately. We just released the album, and we'll be heading to the Salmon Arm Roots and Blues Festival in August, and be doing the Celtic Colours show too, which we're really excited for.
Us too. That's great. Well, we'll keep an eye on your web pages and we'll see you at a
You'll find
gig
us.
soon.
Yes.
Thanks so much for coming in today and giving us a little insight into your lives.
Well, thank you, Dawn. It's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure.
It's been a pleasure myself.
It's been
here
fun.
to chat. Thanks so much, guys. And thank you for joining us. We'll leave you with the vignette here of our culture bearer, Father Angus Morris, as he explains the connection between his faith and his music.
Religion is how you express your faith. You believe in God, so you have religion. That's how you express it, your faith. So I think fiddling has become a great part of our faith. I was reading the last couple of days about the priest in Mabo who burnt fiddles. He never burnt a fiddle in his life. He took them home and he had them in his basement. He loved music. He had his own fiddler come in the house and play for him. But he went to a party. Of course, there was homemade moonshine there and bad stuff. And people would be drinking and they'd be fighting. And he was quite the family man, Father Kenneth. So what he did was he took the fiddle But they always had a second fiddle they gave to me. So he had the fiddles over here, and Father Colin Chisholm from Port Hood approached him one day and told him, he said he had no right to those fiddles, none whatsoever. And he get them back. They were after opening, of course, in the basement and that sort of thing, but he never burned a fiddle in his life. What makes me the happiest is when I sit down and hear a number of fiddlers, or a fiddler, or more than one, playing the tune the same, pretty well the same, but a little bit different, and not giving in. To me, that was part of the culture. That was part of the tradition. Music and faith, well, faith is, you use your fiddle to express a lot of times. You use the fiddle to express your religion. I was closer to God doing that music than I was doing the rest of the. Even when the word was read, I felt closer because of the expression. Maybe I was wrong, but anyway, that's how I felt. Wouldn't you feel the same way?